So I'm fishing the blade right now. I'm on the deep weed edge line, but that's out. I'm in 15 foot of water. I'm within about 75 or 80 feet of the weed line. Killer. My boat is outside of that, and I'm casting back towards it and bringing stuff away from that weed line. And unlike the rock structure and the rock hump structure I've been fishing recently, I think this morning, I only came over here first thing because of wind and I've got time. So I figured, why not? I'll check this edge. And they're here. I haven't either found a concentration of them yet or found something they like. But there's no doubt they're here. Same with the walleyes too. They're using that weed edge in there. It's like a wall. In most of what I saw, it was still up 10 feet. Most of it 5, but I found spots that it was 10 foot off the bottom. So they're using that as structure. You know, it's their house basically. And there's a lot of stuff lived there, but they come out because the bait schools this time of year in the fall are roaming the outer edges. The only thing left for food up in there for them would be like perch, young of the year perch, and bluegills, sunnies, you know, and it's plentiful. But this time of year, you start getting your big roving schools of bait out here, and they're mostly emerald shiners. Beautiful minnow, you know, they're a full-size emerald that big. It's perfectly designed, it's sleek, it's beautiful, it's got a little green hue to the top. Most of them are silvery white. I'm running 10-pound Suffolk 832 braid. I fish the high-vis green because at 50, I like to be able to see my line. You can always blacken. I mean, I'm running a 6-foot fluorocarbon leader anywhere, so I don't think they're seeing that green whatsoever. And then I'm running it down to Seagar, yellow label, red label or yellow label, either one. 10-pound fluorocarbon. Because there again, you know, as I proved to myself the other day, there's stuff in here you never know. I don't go 8, 6, I would hardly ever go to 6. I just don't, you know, I'm fishing a blade. These fish, it's going down there. They're not going, oh shnikes, I missed them. This thing's making a whole lot of commotion down there. I don't think they care that 7 feet above their head there's some yellow line perch. Watch. That first bite was not a perch. Oh, he's gone off the front of the boat. Perch love these blades. All sizes. There must be something about it that just makes them cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but I can feel everything with this combination. So I'm running 832 down to Seagar, and I like the Seagar. It's a little stiffer because, like, especially for my blade, I don't want a super soft, limp leader material, because then it'll just let that blade flip right over, and I don't want it to. I don't let my blade free fall. I don't stop it, but I let it go down on a semi-tight line, so it still falls straight and doesn't pendulum. But I like that little extra memory in that leader. It's not going down through current like you would if you were steelhead fishing, and trying to make something look soft and supple and natural. But I can feel everything. Rod's important too. Everything's feel. This is a 13 fishing Fate series, one of their lower end series, but they make a nice rod. It's a 6, started out life as a 6'7" medium fast. Perfect. It's got a little bit of a tip. Although the tip I have on it, I broke the tip. I broke the first section, which was probably 4 inches at least. So now it's a now it's a 6'3" with a stubby tip that I put an eye on. But it's got a great little tip, and I can feel everything. I feel them looking at it with this combination. Now, a better rod, it's going to increase it, something that's made for, but for this blade, boy, I, you feel it on the fall, which is part of the reason why you keep a tight line. Unlike a jigging wrap, but you want to fall on a slack line. I set that hook a minute ago, even though I thought it felt spongy and fishy. I can feel them now, they're messing with it. These frickin' perch. I-1 blade baits. The fish long ago have eaten the color off the sides, although I kind of like it the way it is. Will not leave it alone. Doesn't matter what size they are. Catches big ones, little ones. I've caught them on this bait the same size as they are. It's insane. This is a walleye. As soon as he hit it, as soon as I lifted up the rod. Even a small walleye, when you come up on them like that, they just have a different feel to them. Look at that, isn't that pretty? I gotta remember to turn the music off. For the longest time, I haven't listened to music because you gotta worry about whatever. Hey, I buy serious, I'm listening to the Grateful Dead channel. I'm not using it per se, I'm enjoying it, and I'm filming. I'm a deadhead, have been since I was in high school. I'm gonna place more of it, so I'm gonna listen to it when I'm fishing, which is nice for me, and I don't always listen to music. But the times when I do, I hope everybody digs it, you know, and if somebody makes me stop, then they make me stop, you know, sorry. Funny, the band that of all people wouldn't, they let people in to tape their shows and give it away. I don't think they personally would have a problem with it, because that would be against everything they've always stood for. So first cast over here in the drop shot. Jumbo perch. Nice walleye. Big gnarly pickerel. Big mama jam. Freaking giant pickerel destroyed my whole drop shot rig. I thought it was a big smallmouth when he mushed it up. And my first fish on using this that VMC spin drift drop shot hook. I'm gonna try that out. One, because I hate tying that stupid drop shot knot. Swans, but seemed to do the trick. It had a good bite, and that was a big pickerel. That was a big pickerel. Big perch are liking it today. .8 drop, high tech on the drop. Well, that's it. I had a nice long day this morning. Been out here fishing for 4 hours, which is a ton of time for me. We ended up catching just about everything except what we were looking for. I really came out looking specifically for smallmouth. I caught 2 walleye, 2 pickerel, one of which was big, and a ton of perch. I'm not complaining. It's been a great week so far. Keep your tip up.